So I was gonna do this at the underground tonight, but I'm not feeling very well, so I'm gonna do it here instead. I might do it next week. I don't know. I have to think about it. Anyway, this is called Raccoons, and it's based off a suggestion from my friend Sydney's mom, Heidi, who I love and adore. Okay, here we go. My first encounter with raccoons was standing in my best friend's entryway, watching them eat the dog food her mother gave them off the front porch. Standing behind a window, laughing at their little movements, how similar their hands are to ours, the masks they wear on their faces. Their masks are also like ours, only they are born with them and no one knows their secret identities. They don't have day jobs as millionaires or journalists, and while Bruce Wayne and Batman always seem to come and go at the same time, no one ever takes the mask off. Because when the secret is gone, there is nothing left to dream. No more speculations as to what the mask is hiding. But raccoons wear their masks with pride. Ours are invisible, sculpted by society, by someone else's rules of what we're allowed to be, how we're allowed to feel, who we're allowed to love, to laugh with, to cry about, to miss. When I was younger, there was an Avril Lavigne song where she said, "I wake up in the morning and put on my face." I always pictured her as some sort of blank, faceless alien who took her face off at night so it wouldn't get damaged, putting it on a mannequin's head and popping it back on in the morning, like my grandmother did with her dentures. When my grandmother put on her makeup, she told me she was putting on her face, as if the face that God gave her wasn't enough for special occasions. She put blush on my cheeks when I was little because I liked to pretend to be older than I was. Only now do I realize that we all grow up too fast. You see, what I didn't understand when I was little was that we all wear masks to cover the parts of us that we'd rather not show. As kids, we wear our hearts on our sleeves. We are tender because all we know is love, but hate and pain find us somewhere along the way. We are told to put on a happy face because no one has time for each other's problems since we're all trying to pretend we don't have any. And now I realize that Avril is not an alien, but she's Canadian, so that's almost the same thing. My first encounter with raccoons was standing in my best friend's entryway, watching them eat the dog food her mother gave them off the front porch. Later we crawled into bed and poured our hearts out to each other in the comfort of the darkness, drunk off the night, only to confront the next day as if nothing had happened. And now we text each other daily, even if nothing needs to be said, because our masks are made from the same hunk of clay. She can look in my eyes and know I'm lying because our eyes are the only part our masks let us show through. And like raccoons, your best friends will root through your garbage in order to find the pieces of you that mean something. But to get there, they'll have to splay everything out on your driveway for a few hours, and for a few hours the neighbors may be able to see your faults. You'll hurriedly clean it up because we all care too much about what other people think about us. Strangers we see on the street, the cashiers at the supermarket, your hairdresser. I have gauged ears, a pierced nose, a tattoo, and I dye the end of my hair. My aunts and my mother think I'm alternative. I like to think I'm just me.